Hello, and I'm back. This is a video that's a Q&A. I didn't get that many questions from my viewers because at the time when I posted my first Q&A query to my viewership, I had around 33, 35 subscribers. Now I have more. So at the end of this, I'm going to ask you guys to to put in the comment section below any questions you might have for me, that you might want to ask. The reason I have 5 questions, well, I had more than that, but I got multiple requests for these 5 questions, is because some of the kids that I tutor found my my Mr. El Zorro Rojo, or it changed to Mr. Red Fox, and so they sent me questions, and they're pretty damn savvy. So kudos to them for finding Mr. W's stuff. Okay, so question number 1: why do I feel another video game crash is coming? I got multiple. This is the biggest. This is the most. I got like 15 questions that more or less were this. I was a double major in college. I learned. I was poli-sci and sociology, but I focused in political science on political history, like how things tend to repeat themselves, So, I can say with 100% certainty that there's another crash coming. It's not going to be as quick, almost, it's not going to be like almost as sudden as the 80s crash, but it's coming. And, because the same things are happening all over again. We have third parties putting out shoddy games with no quality control. We have consoles coming out defective and buggy. Okay? We have first-party manufacturers. We have studios closing. So, like, the small studios are closing down. The mid-level studios are being eaten by the big studios. And games are getting so expensive to make and to market that, like, the profits are shrinking. Okay? So, yeah. It's all happening all over again. It's not happening as quickly because the gaming industry is spread out. We aren't just talking about Pac-Man and Pitfall and stuff like that. Which leads to my second question: why do I think Nintendo will come out smelling like a rose? Well, it's pretty basic, really. I think Nintendo will survive because Nintendo always acts as if they're in lean times. Like in terms of budgeting, like they always act like it's their last dollar or yen. And because they have this very conservative viewpoint towards, spending money and making money, they have a huge war chest, basically just hanging out, just waiting for things to go down. And I know some people are going to say, well, how do you know Sony isn't going to make it too? Look, Sony is about 20 to 25 times bigger than Nintendo, and yet both companies have around the same amount of assets. Now, for Nintendo, that means Nintendo has been growing very well. For Sony, that means Sony has been screwed, because Sony, like Nintendo, only has 5,200 employees. Sony employs 10 times that. Okay, they own movie studios. They make movies. They own factories that manufacture electronics. They own life insurance. They run a life insurance company. I mean, they have their hands in many pots. They own a music division, and yet, they're selling off headquarters and cutting people's pay and laying off people and shutting down studios, whereas Nintendo doesn't fire anybody. If someone gets fired from Nintendo, it's because you fucked up. Like Gunpei Yokoi got fired because he let the Virtual Boy come out. like, the Virtual Boy was just like, Gunpei Yokoi was in charge of that project, and he let it come out, and they were like, no, you gotta go. And Gunpei Yokoi did the shame bow and resigned. And he joined another company and made the Wonder Swan, which was actually going toe-to-toe with the Game Boy in Japan, and then he died in a car accident, and the Wonder Swan died with him. Because Gunpei Yokoi created the Game Boy, he also created the Wonder Swan and the Wonder Swan color. Okay. That's enough history. Number 3, the third most requested question I got was, what is my favorite game? I hate answering this question because I don't really have a favorite game, because like I have many games that I enjoy playing, but like instead of telling you my favorite game, I'll tell you my most emblematic game, the game that made me a gamer. Super Mario World for the SNES. And the reason why is because this game is just awesome. Hands down. It is one of the few perfect games in existence. And I'll tell you why. Because there are no tutorials for Super Mario World. Everything that you need to know, like you don't need the manual for it. Everything that you need to know for Super Mario World, you get solely from just friggin' playing the game. Like everything you need to know. And it's very well paced. Like Super Mario World starts out very easy. And then by the end of the game, you're doing things that at the beginning of the game you would have thought were impossible. And you're doing it without blinking. Because your skills have grown as the challenge has grown. It has a very even difficulty. It has a very well-paced difficulty curve. And I can't say that about a lot of games today. Number 4 question that I got was, if Nintendo went under, what console manufacturer, what console would I go, what first party publisher would I go with? Sony. I mean, I don't really like Sony that much. Like, I don't like their IPs. I like Sony's third-party games. I don't like their first-party IPs because I think they're overrated. Like, Uncharted is boring to me. It's a fun game. Like, Uncharted is a fluff game. It's like cotton candy. It's fun while it lasts, but there's no real substance. This is delicious, but I'm gonna be hungry in like 5 minutes after I finish it. That's basically Uncharted for me. Like, I don't really... Like, they aren't meaty games, okay? Like, right now I'm playing a game that is, I mean, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This game has a lot of substance, okay? Is it perfect? No, but there is so much content in this game, and so many ways to play this game, and so much, I mean, if Skyrim had the combat system from Amalur, it would have been... and didn't have all the bugs that it had, it would have been a better game, in my opinion. Because, like, the combat system in Skyrim was basically the same combat system in Oblivion, which was basically the same combat system in Morrowind. I mean, like, the combat system hasn't really evolved that much in Elder Scrolls. It really hasn't. And, like, it's still, okay, my skills are high enough, I have the more powerful weapon, I've leveled up my skills enough. Okay, I'm just gonna kill you in like 2 hits. I mean, it's not... Like, even when they added the dragons, once you got powerful enough, it was still kind of a joke. So, I mean, I'd have to go Sony if Microsoft... Because I would not buy... Oh, God, no. No. Microsoft... After what they've done to Rare, I don't see myself giving anything to Microsoft. The 5th and final question. What do I think about PC gaming? Like, do I see PC gaming? I used to be a huge PC gamer. Like, I'm talking Serious Sam, Doom, Unreal Tournament, that weird game with the jetpacks, Tribes. I played the shit out of those games. Never played Half-Life on the PC though, which is weird because everyone's like, yeah, I played Half-Life, never played Half-Life. I was a major Serious Sam fan. I had Serious Sam on my Wii U, and my no, not Serious Sam. I had Far Cry on my Wii U, on my Wii. Far Cry Unleashed, which some people said was terrible. I thought it was a great first-person shooter. Like, here's what people don't like. Here's when I see like the wasted opportunity that first-person shooter devs just did not get. The Wii is like, with the Wiimote, is perfect for first-person shooters. I mean, it's better than the Microsoft Xbox or the 360, Microsoft's console or the PS3. That Wiimote is perfect for first-person shooters, but they just completely disregarded it because it was seen as too gimmicky or not powerful enough, which, you know, lazy-ass developers, what you gonna do about it? That goes back to the first question. The crash is coming because the quality of games is getting lower, whereas the costs are rising up. So, what you gonna do? So anyway, that's just those are my 5 questions. Now, if you have any topics or questions you would like me to go over or take care of, as I said, the description's below. I'll tackle them, research them, do whatever. That's it. You guys have a good day. That's my final vid for today. I'm going to be going back to work tomorrow. We haven't hit our busy season yet. Summer is our busy season, so you'll see, if I'm still around, you'll see far less videos during the summer, unless I can hire like 5 more people. So, we shall see. You guys have a good day now.